Okay. I'm so excited. If you guys want to turn your cameras on, let everyone see each other. I like seeing people's excitement. We're into a new month, and there's so many big things going on right now. And I feel like our team is just starting out with our hair on freaking fire. Like, I am not joking, and I'm not making this up. I'm not pulling it out of my ass either. This is really cool what's going on right now. Things that are going on right now. So like up in news, like things that we should be celebrating and talking really big about. One thing is that it's the fourth of the month. Guess where we are at and for team sales right now? But guess where we're at? We're at 6,000 for the fourth of the freaking month. That is insane. We haven't had that for a hot second, okay? 6,000 before auto ships even run. We have been killing this Labor Day sale this weekend, and I am so freaking proud of our team. Our hair is on fire. September doesn't even know what's going to hit it. Like, it don't even know, okay? We're at 6,000 for team sales this month. Like, I am so proud of you guys. And honestly, like, I really haven't, like, none of us have really like dropped like, how we're getting those sales, the conversations that we're having. Like, y'all are just going out there and doing the work. Like, because you know how to run your businesses, you know how to reach out to people, you know how to post the graphics, you know how to be the social proof of what we're doing here. And that's what this business is about, is just getting out there and helping people, helping them save. It's a lot what we're able to do and what we're capable of. So I'm really proud of you guys. We are starting at 6,000 for the month, and after auto ships, we're going to be like close to like 10 or 12, like no doubts. So next thing that I want to say congratulations on is Bobby, Lacey, Casey, Kathy, Kyra, and Scotty have all earned Vegas. All of you have earned Vegas this trip. I like that is amazing. When we started as a team, grit and grind, and going to our first retreat, our very first getaway in Mexico that was like rolled out to us as a team, there was three of us that qualified for that trip. Three. That is it. And now there's what? One, two, three, four, five, six? Doubled? Almost a year later. That's great. I love seeing that. That is something that we should be celebrating, whether we have earned it or not ourselves, whether we're going ourselves or not. Like, that's amazing. That is team growth to me. 6,000 in sales, six people going to Vegas that have earned it, airfare, hotels, all of it. That is amazing. And it's not girls that I'm personally enrolling. It's your guys's. Like, it is your team's going. And that's pretty cool. That's the duplication. That's the growing process that we should be celebrating and talking about constantly, and talking about those opportunities that we have. The other thing that I want to talk about tonight was that I have that giveaway that's rolled out to you guys. Getting Q&A before tonight, before the 5th, before auto ships roll out. Like, just make that a new goal every single month now, is just get qualified and active before auto ships run. Don't rely on someone that's going to order on the 5th, because they might not. They may or they might not. We don't know that. But if we can help run them a sale before the 4th and just get it done over with, won't have to worry about it. You're thriving for free before the 5th. Boom, knock it out. If you have that done already by today, DM me, and then I'm going to enter you in a drawing for a lunch card giveaway. $15, $20, Venmo, whatever, however you want to use it. You can get on a pair of shoes or something. I don't care. But it's either way, it's going to be a gift card just to give back to you ladies for just putting in the work up front and just knocking it out and getting it done. Okay. Another congratulations that I want to give out to is Kelsey Friedley. I ran a free shake bag giveaway in my 2.0 chat. So if you're under Scotty's account, I ran a giveaway in there for a free bag of shakes to like post reels, just start making. She posted 9 last week. Like, she was like, okay, bet. She's like whipping them out left and right. I'm like, who are you? So she's just knocking them out and just dropping them in the chat. So congratulations to Kelsey. She gets a free bag of shakes on me. I love dropping that kind of stuff. So I'm thinking about doing something like that in our GG chat. So it's for Bobby's team and Scotty, so both teams. And that way we can just keep that growth going and keep that fire and that momentum going. There's one promo left for free gummies, because I think Casey and Aaron snagged 2 tonight. So there's one left for free jar of gummies. You guys know what I'm trying to say. I have one of those promos left, is what I'm trying to say. One left. So go ahead and snag that tonight if you want. Okay, so getting into tonight's topic, I feel like it's really important. And you guys know that we have gone through a lot of hard stuff over these last few months, these last few weeks, but enough's enough already. Enough's enough. And part of that is asking ourselves that question, when we're in those hard times, it's asking yourself, like, are we there yet? Am I where I want to be yet in life? Do I have those goals knocked off on my list yet? Do you? Like seriously, like do you have your dream house? Do you have that pool in your backyard? I know Bobby's got to. So excited for her. But like are we there yet? No. My answer is not. I know I'm not. I'm not. And I damn sure know Kourtney's not. I know why she's showing up every single day. And she's going to talk about that tonight too. It's asking yourselves, like, when you're in your hardest absolute moments and you're in that, like, that bottom part of that roller coaster, like trying to make that climb up and you're working on it, you have to ask yourself, am I where I want to be at? And if the answer is no, like, our work is not done. We're not done. What do we need to do? I mean, we're still in the trenches. Kourtney's a freaking millionaire in this company, and she's still in the trenches with us every freaking day. Like, she's not done yet. I'm not done. And what I have to decide and what I have to tell myself, is it comes down to every single day, every single week, every single month until I am there. And even then, I know my why is going to change. I know it has for everyone else. Your why just keeps evolving and it keeps changing as you keep growing through your life. But through those steps of getting to that point of, it's that visualization process and being real and very honest with you guys. Like, I'm not there yet. Scotty and I, we still live in a ranch house that the bosses won't fix. There's still rodents in it. It's not insulated. Like, and I won't get into like all of it, but until I am in my own house, how I have it designed, how I want it, and how I know it's going to keep us warm, and we get to pay the mortgage, we get to pay for the fix ups, which I know, like, you guys are like, we'll take mine. Like, I am dying for that opportunity to have that, because Scotty and I are not there yet. That's our goal. And we are house shopping, we are looking, we are pre-approved. And I haven't talked about that, I know, but because we're doing the hard work behind the scenes. Like, we're not done yet. We're not there. Is Scotty retired yet? No, we're not there yet. So we've got to keep putting our heads down. Am I working my business full time yet? Could I be? Sure. But we don't have that ultimate goal yet. So every single paycheck counts. Every single income matters. My work is not done here, and my why is not set yet. And in the beginning, when I started this business, it was a little bit about the materialistic items, like having a nicer vehicle and, getting a nice bag, and making sure that, like, I had better scrubs and nicer clothes to wear, like, and not wearing secondhand clothes, like that was how I started this business on. And so now, going through those steps, like, my why is starting to change. And in those deepest moments, over these last few months, it was really just coming down and asking myself, I'm not there yet. Like, oh, holy shit. Like, why am I taking my foot off the gas right now? Why am I sitting back and looking at someone else who is in their dream house? Maybe they're living their best life and they're just okay with where they're at. Why am I following them when I know I'm not done yet? And I'm not okay with that anymore. I'm not. Kourtney, at any moment, if you want to hop in on this too, it's
Okay. Okay. So
okay.
I feel like there's this thin line in entrepreneurship of burnout versus I want more versus gratitude for where you are. Like
Yes.
there's all these different things that you juggle and that I've juggled and I've experienced over the years. I've even had my husband look at me and say, "When's enough enough? You made six figures this month. When's enough enough?" And what I've realized is it's okay to want more. It doesn't mean you're ungrateful. When
Mhm.
you have your eyes, so okay, this is kind of like the evolution of a network marketer. So you come into this, and this isn't a wrong thing, right? This isn't a right or wrong thing. This is literally the evolution of a leader. Is typically when someone comes in and they join this business, they want something for themselves. Okay. They have, debt that they need to pay off. They're behind on their bills. They just want to cover groceries. They have a me goal. And then they start bringing people in and they have a we goal. Okay, well, I understand what Kathy needs. I understand why Bobby joined me. And then you have like an us. I understand what this team winning together looks like, and I understand what this team winning together means. It's a group sport, or a team sport. And then you have a global perspective of like what it means for Lavelle to win in this space and in this industry. And I feel like oftentimes I see girls that do a couple of things. They come in, they go balls to the wall, and they burn out because they never feel like they're doing enough. I see girls that come in that um, get their wins and then they're comfortable. And I will tell you that typically the thing I see behind that, because I have my master's in behavior, so I try to understand, is that they are thinking, well, it's been a good, but it can't always be good. When am I going to strike out? Like when I used to tell myself that all the time, y'all. I had a good month. There's no way. Like there's no way I'm gonna strike out. Like I hit 3 home runs. There's no way. It's like the Babe Ruth mindset of either a home run or a strikeout. And I used to F myself so bad because then I'd play small because I'm like, well, this probably isn't going to happen anyway. And it could be the stupidest thing. It could be like I had a really good month and then the company dropped like VIP reset, right? And I'm like, I can do that in my sleep. But I'm like, oh, I've already gone through all my potentials, or, I like lie to myself in my head. And then I see girls. I'm trying to think of the third thing. I get myself confused when I talk. I have no notes ever. Um, you come in, you burn out, you come in and you have a little bit of success, and it's almost like you're afraid the bottom's going to fall out. And so you kind of like self-sabotage in a way. And then I see the people that come in that get comfortable. And I don't want to be any of those people. And I've been each of those people on my journey. And here's why I think it's important for you to know that, kind of like, I want you to pick a motto. My motto is I'm on my way. If you've ever heard me speak before, I say that a lot, is I'm on my way, because I'm not where I want to be. Laurel talks a lot about like I'm not there yet. Well, mine is I'm on my way. I always say that when I get frustrated, when I hit a goal, anytime, if it's positive or negative, I'm like, but I'm on my way. If I hit something, I'm like, oh, but I'm still on my way. Because what I've realized in this industry is that there is no finish line. And that was a very like, whoo, like I'm terrified this month, y'all, that I'm not going to hit my 600K goal. I'm terrified because it depends on so many moving parts. But I'm telling you what, I'm waking up every day going, okay, if I can get this in line and this in line and this in line and this in line, and I already make a lot of money. But here's what I know: in order for me to hit that goal, I have to have so many other people under me winning in a very specific manner. I have to help a brand new person go 40K. Like, I have realized the way our company is set up is, if I ever get comfortable or complacent, or, well, I missed a bonus, don't go beat yourself up and cry yourself to sleep for a week over it. But like, don't be okay with it. Like, there's a difference in between holding yourself accountable and beating yourself up. Okay. I've lost rank. So I will tell you, some of you don't know me. I see a lot of people on here that I haven't had the chance to really get to know yet. I've been here for 6 years. I've made almost $4 million, and I've lost rank 5 times. I've lost $60,000 in bonuses. I've lost a lot. Okay. I've lost, last summer I lost 2 400Ks in a month. 3 of them are back. I've lost a lot. I know what it feels like to be like, oh my God, my auto ship customer turned off. Oh my God. But what I realized a long time ago is it's your resiliency. It is your desire to keep going even under hard circumstances that makes you successful in anything in life. Whether you're on the treadmill and you're like, only have 5 minutes left. Well, shit, I already did 25. That's pretty good, right? It's never hard at the beginning. It's hard the closer you get to that success. Not that I've been on my treadmill lately. It probably has cobwebs, but um, anything in life is going to throw you those obstacles and those curveballs. But you have to decide that, it's hard because I don't want you to be burnt out, but I also don't believe in the anti-hustle culture. I believe in a balanced hustle culture. I believe in an intentional hustle culture. Okay. Like, I believe in putting your, because if not, like, I would be lying to you if I'm like, oh, don't hustle. Just, I'm not going to hit 600K this month if I don't hustle to build another 40K. It's not going to happen. And something that someone told me along the way was, you don't know that you'll ever be that close again to that goal. He used to always tell me this. It was my old upline. I hate him, but whatever. He used to always say, you don't ever know you'll be this close again. And by hitting this, you're taking your team and you're unlocking a door. And you don't know that you'll ever be that close to that goal again. So you got to give it your all. So what I realized is you can give it your all whenever you're crystal clear about what you're doing, whenever you are very intentional with how you work your business every day, and whenever you're very convicted in where you're going. It doesn't take perfection. It doesn't take signing the perfect person. It takes you being so sure that this is where you're going and that this is what you're doing, then nothing can throw you off course. It may make you look left, it may make you look right, but to where you're never, I don't know, like maybe that's just me. I've worked since I was 14, but I'm never satisfied. I'm never, and my mom used to get so mad at me, and she's like, you always wanted to know what was next. That it's safe to say at 40 years old, that mentality's really fucking paid off because I'm like, what's next? I've hit the top of the company in 6 months. Okay. Like, what's next is not really for Kourtney. It's for who else is going to win? Who else is next? I remember whenever I first was introduced to Laurel, and I started seeing her numbers in the back office because I don't treat people like a number, but I'm a very numbers driven person. And I have a back office. I have a very big team, and I start seeing her numbers and her name. So of course it caught my attention. And I remember Laurel goes, Kourtney, I'm not trying to be rude, but like, you're a millionaire. Why are you messaging me? Why do you care? Almost to the point where she was like, you're weirding me out. Like, why? Like, you're like giving me oogie, like older woman vibes. But you know what I mean? Like, why are you interested? You're good. And I'm like, because I know what you're made of. I can tell, I can smell it from a mile away. And who would I be to prop my feet up and not be looking for that next person to help that truly wants this? And so my mentality has always been, I'm on my way. I'm on my way to the next thing. I'm going to stop every day and give gratitude for where I am. I'm going to stop every day and never forget where I come from. I'm going to stop every day and be very thankful to God that I've created this I don't even want to call it lifestyle, because like if you saw my room right now, like this lifestyle is more like a pigsty, but it's the options that I've created for myself. Like, I will never take that for granted. Um, and so my job in network marketing is to pass that on and teach that to the next person. That's my duty. Like, I feel like it's like, like, this may sound so silly, and by no means am I comparing my work to somebody who works this hard, but I think of like Bobby's husband, right? If he sees somebody on the side of the road that's broken down or maybe had a wreck, it's his civil duty to stop and render aid, right? For me, it is like my civil duty to show the next hungry woman what we can do here, because I'm never done. I'm on my way. And it's not the money that's never enough. It's the honestly, it never gets old hearing somebody when they're thrive for the first time. Like, some frustrated. I want you to imagine, what would it feel like, hi Holden, to watch, hi baby, hi. What would it look like, or how would it feel to watch, like, I think of like Casey, like I got to sit in the kitchen with her and watch her wheel turn to $12,000 in volume in person. And there is no better feeling. Like, I've opened up really big paychecks before, but there's no better feeling than watching that next woman like unlock that door. And so when I get frustrated, because I get frustrated when I feel like I'm beating my head against the wall, because that happens to me right before this Zoom. Like, Janie's laying here, one of my best friends, with me, and I was like, I just need to focus and I need to find this next person, and I'm go racking my brain, who have I talked, because I'm like, so want more, like I'm on my way, like what comes next. next. I'm not done here. And I don't remember what my point was with that. But imagine how it feels when that person experiences their first high in this company. They're going to experience a low. They're going to feel beat up. They're going to feel defeated. That comes with the territory. But imagine when they make that first phone call and they get it. They get the vision. Like, that's why I still do this. That's why I'm on a Zoom with you guys tonight. Like, Laurel's like, do you mind? I'm like, the hell no, I don't mind. I live for this. I live for helping women unlock their potential and get better. I don't believe that people are made leaders, or I don't believe that someone is a leader or is not a leader. I don't like believe like, like whenever someone goes out for sports and you're like, they're just not athletic. I don't believe that. I believe that there's a continuum of leadership development, the same way there is in child development when a child's learning to roll over, crawl, walk. And I believe that every single one of us starts at a different place on that continuum. I believe once you're aware of where you are on that continuum, you will then be able to grow beyond your wildest dreams, because you will realize it's about you. So you get a goal of yours met. Then you bring on some team members and you realize we're doing this for the betterment of the team. Then it's an us. Oh gosh, there's an overall goal going on here, a movement that I'm a part of. And then you realize where Lavelle fits into this entire profession. There have been, I want to tell you this, and I don't tell you this to make you feel comfortable. I tell you this because I want you to understand something. There's two things I want to tell you. So there was a time in my life where I hit 200K. I hit 80K, and I closed down my daycare. My daycare was making me about $8,000 a month, which was a lot of money because I was a former teacher, and like after taxes and TRS and all that, like I was making $4,000 a month. So $8,000 a month at a daycare, mind you, I hated it because it was in my home. It's a lot of money. So when I replaced that income with Lavelle, I immediately closed my daycare. Like, I remember I texted my husband my paycheck, and he was being funny, but he's like, put the kids on the corner, because I was like, we were just so stressed out. Okay. We had 12 kids in our daycare, 6 in diapers. And so I closed my daycare down that Christmas, and y'all, I've gone through a lot of growth. I thought like I was balling. Okay. Cause I was making like that money from my phone. And then I had all this freedom, and it was just like, wow. So we get to LA and we're taking the girls to Disney for Christmas, which was obviously made possible because of Thrive. And we check in, and my husband and me grew up very humble backgrounds. Okay. Like very humble backgrounds. Like we didn't have extra bedrooms at our house. We didn't have extra bathrooms, shared a bathroom with our siblings type of thing. And nothing wrong with that if that's your situation, right? Like that's just, I just want you to know, like, I grew up with just enough. And so we get to this hotel, and he's like so excited, and we get to our room, and he's giggling, and he opens it, and it's a presidential suite. And I'm just like, oh my God, like I've never seen, it's like not that this hotel's not nice, but it wasn't even like the Ritz, right? It's like Continental or something, like, but to me, I'm just like, oh my God, we have 2 rooms. Like, this is amazing. And we were there for a week, and I opened up my paycheck on a Tuesday. My paycheck was $789. I'm not bitching. I need you to understand I had closed my daycare. Okay. And I thought, I just turned off my entire income, and it dropped. Well, it was also like the week we went for Christmas. So anyways, like now looking back over the years, I'm like, I know that that's the lowest paycheck of my entire year every single year. Like I already know that now, but it didn't scare me. It was like, oh, hell no. Like, I know what's possible. It didn't make me feel like, well, okay, well, we can still afford the trip and like play small. It made me feel like, oh, no, 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 no. I see this goes up, and it might come down, and I can make it go up again. Um, and that was I don't know, like that was just a huge pivotal moment in my business where I was like, okay, shit happened. I'm gonna have a lower paycheck, but like I know I can do with this. I know the energy I give this is what I'm gonna make out of it, right? So then there was another time where I had earned a $60,000 paycheck for the week. Not too long after I lost rank, and my paycheck was $1,200. So $1,200 is still a lot of money, but the drop would have made most people say, my business is crumbling, my business is failing, holy shit, and walk away. My best year in this industry was $1.2 million in income. A year later, my income was $400,000. Absolutely mind blowing. Stupid money, right? But if I only looked at the differences in the good days and the bad days, I would have given up. I would have thrown in the towel. And so, what my goal in telling you that is not to boast or brag. My goal into telling you that is there's always going to be good days and bad days. There's always going to be highs and lows, but you can always still be on your way. You can always still be not finished yet because you can create a bad day that looks better than most people's good days. And that's what I realized is whenever I was going through this is that I had the power to create a lowest paycheck that was a boo fucking who paycheck, right? It was a wow, really, Court? And I tell you that because that's the hunger that's inside of me. That is the drive that's inside of me. That is why 6 years in, when these bonuses rolled out, Jay's account was sitting at $12,000 in sales. My husband's, I've hit 200K on his account before. And I had tried to play very small for a while and make a lot of other people happy. And I was tired of doing that. And so I went back and started building his account. And within 1 month, we ran his account up to $120,000 in sales. And the only difference is I would always tell myself on every Tuesday on Jay's account, well, at least he made something. Be $70, $100. And I'm like, well, at least it's something. That's good, right? Kourtney doesn't need the money. But the other women who were trusting me and who were joining me and who were following me needed the Kourtney that was going to run that account up to $120,000 in sales. Because why? People hit 40K bonuses, people hit 12K bonuses. I have a responsibility if I'm going to build a legacy to go way above and beyond. Well, I'm just going to keep Jay's car payment because truth be told, y'all, I don't need that money. I don't need that income, but it allows me to give back. It allows me to have a life with options. It allows me to dream bigger because you will never go further and higher without bringing someone else with you. You will never want more without having to help someone else get more, right? I can't become a $600,000 team unless somebody else goes 40K. Well, what's going to happen when that person goes 40K? They're going to earn a $40,000 bonus. So when I finally realized that me wanting more wasn't selfish and I didn't have to burn myself out, it kept me in the motto of I'm on my way. I'm on my way. I'll never be there. I'll never have arrived. I'll never sit down and be comfortable. You see a lot of people like whenever they ask these questions on social media, like if you won $1 million, what would you do? Same fucking thing I'm doing today. Why? I've made millions of dollars and I still have a very insane calling on my life and an insane mission that goes way beyond anything I've ever even shared, like with my sober project. And I believe that the more that's given, the more that is required, but that the more you can bless other people with. When you settle and you're okay, don't beat yourself up. But when you settle or you lose rank and you're like, okay, well, at least, and you have this, well, I'm going to hold on, right? I'm going to at least I did this. And you're clenching on and you're becoming comfortable. Like, I so believe in the analogy of when we clench on for dear life at just making it and just being okay with enough, our hands are closed. And when our hands are closed, we can't receive. And so I've been in that mindset before. I was in that mindset with Jay's account for 3.5 years. As long as I just clench on and hold on to this damn auto bonus. Why? Why was I playing so small? When I started playing big again, I unlocked the door for Jacqueline, Amanda, Mandy, like so many people over there on that team because I didn't do it for them, but I decided that my energy was I'm still on my way. I'm not there yet. I've never arrived. It doesn't mean I go to bed at night and think, well, shit, I didn't go 200K. It's not that. I don't measure it. I don't measure, that's another huge thing. I don't measure my success with a ruler. I'm always on my way because where do you think I'm going to be headed after we take Grace on Fire to 600K? I'm going to be on my way to 1 million. And this is very interesting and a great perspective. So I texted Jason Camper the other day and I was like, hey, I know it's the weekend. I said, but it's very important. This is on my heart. I want to tell you. I just want to read it to you. Are you okay if I read it to you? Um, I said, I know it's the weekend, so I apologize for texting you during what I know is my sacred family time as well. But I just wanted to say thank you. I know I asked about the comp plan for a long time, like over a year. And I wanted to make sure I took a moment to express my gratitude towards you and this company. My goal is to be the company's first 600K VIP. Regardless, it's mine. I'm obsessed with what you guys have done for being commission qualified. This is genius, and I've already noticed an increase in my volume and momentum for girls that were okay with maybe just having a single customer. I don't believe anybody's okay with that. I believe that they settle for that because they're uncomfortable and they don't think they can do more, right? I have a challenge to them to be commission qualified by the second of every month with 2 customers, and they are fighting like hell. I mean, the numbers prove it, y'all. We've almost done $100,000 in sales in 4 days. Nothing you guys do goes unnoticed. Me and my team are extremely grateful and fired up. Have a wonderful weekend again. Thank you so much, Jason. That's not the important part. This is how he responded to me. Thank you for the note of support and encouragement. It is well received. Enjoy the future weekend. 1 million, or enjoy the weekend, future 1 million VIP. You know what that told me? I'm like, my eyes need to be on that as a pit stop of where we're going this month. And it let me know he believed in us enough to, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like, oh yeah, go be the first one. He's like, sister friend, your team was made to run it up. I believe that we will be one of the first people to do it, even over some of the OGs here that make like $200,000 a month. Okay. I strongly believe that because of what our team is made of and capable of, and because of our mentality, and because we always have this I'm on my way, I'm never finished mindset. And that's how a lot of us work. Now, please put your phones down and enjoy your family. Please work with intention, but please know that you're on your way. Please know that when that person that doesn't come through in orders, even if they would have, you're still on your way. Please know that if you miss a goal or you miss rank, that that's okay, because even if you would have hit it, you're still on your way. Even on my very best months, when it's the highest of highs, I wake up on the first of that next month and I'm like, well, I'm on my way to new goals and new people winning. Um, there was a time I got on a Zoom with my team, and I will never forget. I had already gone like 80K and 3 people showed up to my Zoom. And I was like, okay, well, that's 3 people that want this. This is very humbling, but I poured into them like they didn't know any different. And I'm like, we're on our way. So, Laurel, I don't know. I could talk all night about this. I'm very passionate about never being satisfied, but always being grateful. And I hate when people confuse it, or I hate when people are like, oh, I'm anti hustle. I'm sorry, I'm not anti hustle. I'm a smart hustler. I'm a smart hustle woman. I've never seen anybody anti hustle their way into creating a ripple effect and impact and legacy and changing. I don't see how you can expect to have 200 auto bonus earners on your team and alleviate that bill for 200 families if you're not willing to do any hustling. I think you can hustle smart. I think you can hustle during certain times of the day. But this team, I mean, part of your team name is grit for a reason. And I believe that whenever someone's grit is not well developed, then they don't want to hustle. I believe my phone is on D&D from 9 to 9. I barely work on Sundays, and I have very strict boundaries about what I even entertain, as far as I will leave a hoe unread, like in a heartbeat. Holden, I just freaking love you. I can't believe how big you are. And side note, like his face looks so freaking good. Casey, holy shit. Like, oh, I love that kid. I got to meet that kid and love all over that kid. And I just think he's the cutest kid ever. Also, he looks like he's like growing a lot too. Like getting like feeling out. Okay, so I don't know. I'm all over the place. I am a very proud hustler. I'm a very proud thriver. I'm a very proud mom and wife. I encourage you to look at your days. How do you want them designed? Look at what it takes to get there. You will have to sacrifice things in the beginning. You will. But sacrifice doesn't mean I'm going to sacrifice an animal for dead. Sacrifice means I'm going to trade something good for something great. And when that something great comes along, it pays off. When I was in Europe, I was I was damn near unplugged for 18 days. And all of those things that I sacrificed a long time ago were so worth that for my children. I'm not going to tell you to miss your kid's birthday party. I'm not going to tell you to work until your hands fall off. I'm going to tell you to get really clear at why you're here, get really clear at what tasks you need to do every single day and knock them out and go be that best mom, that best wife, that best friend, and go and create a life outside of Thrive. But you will never be successful anywhere in life by just sort of kind of doing anything. College, a career, roping a horse. Do you rope horses or cows? I don't know. Whatever. Like you just, like you can't just sort of kind of do it. You got to be clear. You got to be focused. You got to be intentional, get it done, and then go have some fun. But I really encourage you to adopt, I would say, two hashtags. These are my two favorite hashtags. Whatever it takes, and I'm on my way. Because I will always give whatever it takes. Not my family, because they're not part of what I'll sacrifice, but whatever it takes, meaning I'm going to show up on my hard days. I'm going to show up during the shit. Because if I don't walk through the mud, come on, y'all live in the country. If you don't walk through the mud, what's going to happen? You're going to get stuck in it, right? You got to keep it moving. Well, maybe not all of y'all live in the country, but whatever. You know what I mean? Laurel, I don't know if you have anything else, but that's my mentality. That's my mindset. And like, I am still as hungry today as I was day one. I'm probably more hungry because I realize that I can actually look Laurel in the eyes and be like, hey, I've made millions of dollars here. I can show you how. I can teach you. Are you willing to be on my heels at all times? Are you willing to yoke yourself to me? Are you willing to attach yourself at the hip with me? Well, then I literally cannot. You're so cute. Um, and I can say that with confidence. I couldn't in the beginning, it was kind of like I hoped and prayed, and I didn't really have like that millionaire upline that was like, yo, bro, I can show you my paycheck and I can show you how I've done this. And here, we didn't have any resources. We didn't have a team page. Y'all have everything you need to be successful. The only thing standing in between you and that life-changing moment where you never look back is time. But that's why you have to adopt that mindset of like, I'm on my way and I'm not done yet. So Laurel, I'll pass it back to you.
Oh, thank you so much, Kourtney, for being on our team call and taking this time away from your family too. I know you rescheduled Monday huddle to tomorrow, so thank you for still being on our call tonight and pouring into us. It means a lot to us, and for someone at Kourtney's level to be taking the time to come over to Grit and Grind's call and pour into us, like, and teaching us about healthy ambition. That she's not going to say that burnout doesn't happen. She's not going to say that she doesn't have her lulls either, or her highs or lowest paychecks. And not even really teaching us like about balance, because I still don't believe it's there. I've been searching for it for 6 years since I've been in network marketing. Like, I still don't believe it's a thing. But like what Kourtney says, like, we have to be willing to make those sacrifices, find what works for us and stick with it. Don't be stuck in the mud. Like, you've got to keep walking. Are you there yet? Or are you just going to be complacent with where you're at? Like, you have to decide that on your own. Like, are you going to settle for what you have? Or are you going to be ambitiously hungry for more? And I finally learned, like, that's okay to have. To me, there's no such thing as like a hole that's missing. To me, that's the next thing that I'm going to go for, because I'm not satisfied. I'm grateful for where I'm at, and I know Kourtney's grateful for where she's at. I know Bobby is. I know Kathy is. I damn sure know Casey is. Like, we're grateful. But I think that's the difference of having that healthy ambition to go forward for getting more. If you're not grateful with where you're at and what you have, you're going to be looking for that next thing that's going to try and make you feel satisfied. But if you're still not grateful, it's not going to help you fill that hole. It's not going to fill that void. If you're an ambitious person and you have that grit, like what I called our team, grit and grind, you're gonna keep looking for that, and you're gonna keep growing as a leader. And I love what Kourtney said, that there's no finish line here. That's another thing that clicked for me. I think David Goggins said it to me when I finally started listening to some podcasts again, not all, but some. And I started listening to David Goggins, and he's like, he cusses a lot. He's like, there's no fucking finish line. And I was like, what do you mean? Asking that in my head. And it's because it's the person who is consistent and perseveres through all the crap is the one who truly wins. There is no finish line. None. Like, no one's gonna show up to your door like, congratulations, you've made it. Like, you're done now. You can take your shoes off. No. No. That's not a thing. That's not a thing. And following up with that, Kourtney reiterated, it's not when you very first start, like it's a me thing. Like you want to go for the materialistic items, you want to get your daughter's dance lessons covered, you want to, move into like your dream place and make sure your family's taken care of, food on the table, gas is covered. It's a me thing, but then eventually you start turning into a leader, you start developing that, and then it becomes we. It's a vision for you and your team going forward. And you want this just as bad as someone next to you. And that builds into your healthy ambition of how can you run next to them, not pull them, not hold hands, but how can you run next to them to help them get to 12K, get their auto bonus, because you know how that bonus is going to help them and their family. $300 or not, that's a lot. That's groceries for 2 weeks. That's groceries. That could be helping them pay off their car. I mean, getting that 12K rank bonus of someone new that's coming in on your business, imagine what that's going to do for them. It's not going to be about you forever. Eventually, it starts turning into we, the vision of the team and a vision for someone else. And that's where it turns into being that servant leader. And ending this call on what Kourtney just reiterated to us, that I wrote down, I'm going to make a post about it because it was just chef's kiss. We can't receive if our hands are always closed. We can't. We and even in the rodeo world, I know this is going to hit home for some of us. The Justin Sports Medicine, they give a hand out, they give a hand up, not a hand out. That's how it is for us here. We can give people a hand up all day, every single day to come do this business with us, but we won't give a hand out. We can't do it for them. We can't work it for them. But if we want to be able to help receive, our hands have to be open to grab people and come along with me. Come on, let's go do this. Because we've got shit to do. We have people to serve. We have families to feed. We have bills to pay. We have dreams to hit. We've got to go do this together as a person, as a team, because we have healthy ambitions. We have shit to do because we're on our way and we're not done. Okay? We're not done. So thank you so much, Kourtney, for being on our call tonight. I'm going to read the chat real quick. I don't think we had questions, but it's just a lot of fire. So I'm really proud of our team, Grit and Grind. We're already on our way to getting back to 80K, getting back to 40K, getting Bobby back to 40, getting Casey to 40, getting Kathy to 40. Like, I see 12Ks, I see 4Ks. Like, I see them left and right for all of you. I see it. I know every single one of you deserve it. And we can do it. I believe in us. I totally believe in us, and we're already on our way. So I love you guys. Thank you so much, Kourtney, for being on. I appreciate it. Bye.